All right. Well, this is a
Okay,
bit.
over to you. Oh, that looks lovely.
It's okay. It's not that lovely. All right. The first thing I thought I'd do was to ask AI what it thinks about the question. So I went to consensus, which you probably know. Yes, shake your head. Do you know?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
No, I've not used that.
It's free and it does provide references. So it replied that there are two sections where AI tools can help. One is in detection and prevention. The other, and that includes, sorry, um, AI tools and applications include detection and prevention, support for learning, chatbots and stuff, and perhaps redesign of assessments. And to my knowledge, there are ChatGPTs that people can use and redesign their assessment just by feeding the old assessment and description of the course. Another area is it can help with policy development and regulatory frameworks. There is a challenge that this is the same tool that is being used for plagiarism, but it can also be used as a support system. The conclusion was that yes, it can help by providing detection tools, supporting ethical learning, and guiding policy. The next question that popped up was how do universities implement AI policies? And there's a description, and the conclusion is that universities are establishing clear, flexible guidelines, educating stakeholders, redesigning assignments, etc., etc. But then what consensus does is it looks at studies and then it comes up with a yes or no decision. At the moment, do AI policies effectively prevent academic misconduct? And the answer was no, 83% and mixed 17%. And the related studies are here. I can provide the links if you're interested. I can put them on the chat or you can, everything that I will open, I can give you the links to the tools that I used. The second, hang on, the second idea was maybe, all right, these are some thoughts, but what if we could provide, develop infographics and nice brochures and stuff? And there's a tool that does that, Napkin. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. Napkin AI can do, you click here and it turns it into a nice visual like this one. So this is another tool that can help us design effective guidelines, for instance. The next thing I did, I played with a lot of tools. I went to ChatGPT. I have the paid version. And then I asked it the same question. And it said, here are some tools that universities abroad already deploy. And for plagiarism, these are some tools. And you can see the caveats here. There's a stylometric um, application now that assesses the keystroke and stuff, but these are for prevention. And then proctoring, it can cameras can look into your eyes and stuff if you open second screens and stuff. Oh, no, that's this one, is it? No, this is a chatbot. Presumably, these universities are using chatbots to assist students, but this could be a hallucination because I looked them up and I couldn't find the links to those chatbots. Having said that, I have developed chatbots that can be used by universities to do that, and I'll show you a couple.
We can
Detention.
actually check because I know people at Loyola,
Yeah.
and so it's interestingly we could check on that and ask if that's true.
Yeah, they mention
So
in the site, they mention it, and there is a bot, but it doesn't work with um, questions other than enrollment and stuff. Maybe that was in the plans, but I don't know. Here it mentions NI as well. Should be proud. Emerging applications, ideas for other things that can be done. So
Sorry, could you just go back to
Yeah,
that reference to NI there? See what it said there.
Yeah.
That was so that's so that's not exact. Okay, so that's our group, isn't it? Not this group, but it's one of the working groups of NI. So it's picked that up.
But they've done that already. So I think it's pulling it from.
It's pulling it
from our website.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's found it on the website, which is interesting, isn't it? That it's actually found it there, and so that's actually interesting.
What
Sorry,
was the
carry
prompt
on.
for this?
Sorry, Zina?
What was the prompt for this?
The prompt was
what was the prompt that gave rise to?
Yeah. Can AI support the development of these tools to promote and uphold
that might be why it's found ENAI.
Yes.
It's
mentioned AI. Interesting.
Okay, you were up to 3, weren't you? I think.
Yeah.
0.3.
Further ideas, and I'll go quickly because I don't want to waste a lot of your time, but you can stop me or you can go back to these links because I'll send them to you and study them if you want. Key takeaways, use it to educate and design. Yeah, we know that, not just to punish. Layer technology with policy. Treat AI tools as high risk, blah, blah, blah. Nothing really interesting here, but it gave me an enhanced prompt. See, the prompt that I gave it in the beginning wasn't very good, so it gave me a suggestion of a better prompt. And I said, all right, why don't you build a slide desk for a PowerPoint presentation? And it did that as well. I can download it, but it's just a PowerPoint presentation. Smart AI, yeah, not that interesting. Then I went to a business GPT. A business GPT is the one that can suggest an idea and a business plan. And I said, okay, can you help us? I used the outcome of the previous discussion, and it said, who is the intended audience? Who do you want to use it with? And I said, all of these two. And then it built a white paper. It wrote a white paper that will convince university administration to act. So it built a business case with ideas and suggestions what universities need to do. So it can help us convince our universities by using this business plan what they need to do. And it talks about two-lane assessment. We need to change the assessment and we need to change the frame.
Yes, it's picked up on that University of Sydney paper there.
Yeah. So the same stuff, but presented as a business case, what universities why they must act now. It made it pretty and organized and okay. And that was that. But let's move into a little bit more interesting stuff. Manus, by the way, is an agentic ChatGPT that does a little bit of digging, and you can see how it searches files and stuff, but it didn't do much better than the other ones. Then I played with Gemini, which is Google's. You're familiar with that, and you can create podcasts as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So another idea is we can create a podcast that we can use for our website to talk to publish or to play and to put it on our website. Unfortunately, for some reason, it did it in Greek. Are you familiar?
Right.
Are you familiar
That's
with
useful.
Καλώς ήρθατε στη σημερινή μας...
Πούμε εδώ ότι το ζήτημα δεν είναι απλά πώς...
But it's perfect. I mean, it's better, much better than anything that I could do. Then I looked for ready-made tools. And Trinka has developed a tool that can assist students, faculty, and administrators. And how it works is, hang on, I think there's a video. Anyway, I'll give you the link. How it works, here's the video, quickly. I'm not sure if you can you hear it?
Never have to verify AI content of your students again. Teachers around the world are abandoning AI detection tools for DocuMark.
Does the sound come through?
Yeah.
Okay, good. very quickly, I'll stop it in 30 seconds.
Academic integrity. Trinker shifts the focus back to what matters, learning. No more detective work. DocuMark frees Evaluator from the stress of AI detection, guides students to take ownership of their AI use, and provides institutions with clear data and insights to reinforce.
So you can see here that it assesses the words that the human generated, the AI generated, how many words were copy-pasted, etc., etc. And it does talk to the student. It's a good idea. I'm not sure if it's going to go through, if it will sell. Then I asked Perplexity for innovative solutions, which is another tool. And it talked about it, existing tools. Talked about here are the three innovative applications. There was one that I liked, and I pursued it further. It was I think the third one. Nope. Okay, I'm going to skip this because I can't remember exactly what it was, but I used it for the next thing, which was, this is it. I went back to GPT and I used the idea that Perplexity gave me. And it said, create a game-based system to educate students. That was my prompt. And it did. I used 4.1, should have used probably this one, the 03, which is better. And it produced a game, the instructions of how to develop such a system. And you can see it has chapters and quizzes and games and interaction with students and how it works, but it didn't create it. It just gave me the blueprint for the game-based system. And I'm referring to, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm referring to it because there is I think it's this one. There's a link in NI that says that, was it? Yeah, this is it. There was a project at the University of Wollongong in Dubai, I think.
That's Zina's project.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's found your project.
No,
That's astonishing. So it's come all the way back.
I couldn't find the outcome. It's probably somewhere, but it took you 2 or 3 years and a few thousand or million.
Scroll down. The game should be there. There's the output.
Okay, good.
Video webinar.
But it took you, Zina, how long? It took you a couple of years to do this?
Yes.
Okay, have a look at this.
Well,
It drafted the blueprint in a few seconds, and then so it asked me, do you want a prompt to take it and put it somewhere so that you can develop a game like this? I said, okay, give me the prompt. He gave me the prompt. I took the prompt and I fed it back to it, but it didn't produce it described the game, but it didn't produce again the code. So I said, create a prototype flow for a mini game. I think it still didn't do it. So I went to another tool that can write code and produce the game. So I played with Poa, which is free.
this is so much fun.
Is it? Okay. I opened something else. Let parenthesis here. This is a bot that I created, Doctoro, that's me, which helps with the course design. So if you take the old syllabus and throw it in here, it will feed you back ideas how to a new syllabus that will include AI tools and chapters on whatever you're teaching with AI tools, etc., etc. Parenthesis. So let's go back to another parenthesis. All right, sorry. And this is a bot I created for our university, and they never used it. Can I paraphrase without listing the source? This you can do one. You can produce one of these in 5 minutes, or maybe 10 for the first one. You feed it whatever sources you want. I fed it Turnitin links and a couple of handbooks, And now it knows, it already knows everything about plagiarism, but and so that was a quick bot. And let's go back to the game, which is this one. So I created a game in 5 or maybe 10 minutes. This is not the game, this is more like an application. The next one's the game. But you can see here it has different modes. You can check for integrity. There's a learning center, which give you options. There's a policy guide. And all I did, I gave it a prompt. And the prompt was the one that I took from, yeah, there you go. An app that can leverage AI to cultivate and uphold academic integrity in higher education. That's all I said. And started thinking the user wants an app that does this and that. How about I do this? And I created, and the key feature should include that, blah, blah, blah. And he started writing the code, and after 5 minutes, it produced the thing that you see on the right side. And of course, you can go back and change the colors and add features and stuff. But the most impressive one was not this one, this one. Oh no, okay. Okay. I went back to Prompt Maker, which is a GPT that you give it a simple prompt and it produces a professional prompt. So I said, design a game like the one, embed the NI core values. And it gave me a good prompt that I can use to produce the game. Act like an educational game designer, blah, blah. This is the objective. These are the step-by-step instructions. So this is much better than my original one.
I like that one, take a deep breath.
Then I copied this and I went to my best product, which is this one. So I copied that prompt into this, and we can do it. We can actually do it if you want it. If you want to see it, we can do it right now. App creator. So working create an app. Let's give it the prompt. And we'll create it in front of our eyes. Hopefully the same one. If not, I'll show you the one that it produced. While it's working, do you want to see it working?
Yeah.
Okay. Thinking this is a great idea. Integrity University. Learning outcomes. It's writing. No, it didn't see. It's probably finished. No, it's not finished. Game mechanics, decision tree, character roles, Alex, sunless driver, Chase the skeptic, Professor Martinez, assessment and feedback. Still working. Week 1, week 2, 3. Scenarios. We'll produce scenarios. Humor. Why not? Okay. Can I finish? Where is it? Maybe I need to then say, oh, create it, create the game. And while it does that, let's go to the one that we already created. Duplicate the tab. So I can go back to my, which one was it? This one. Sorry about this, it's confusing for me as well. This was the game that created earlier, and hopefully it will create a new one now. But let's look at this one quickly and I'm done. I won't take more of your time. Here's the concept. These are the learning outcomes. These are the values. Hope it got it right. Characters, you select which one you are. I'm Alex Chen. Here are the scenarios, and you can play. Let's play the easy one. It's 11 o'clock, and blah blah. Your team, your paper is due tomorrow. Your roommate says, "Why don't you use just ChatGPT? What will you do?" Options. Doesn't work. Okay, well, you need to go back and say this scenario didn't work, and it fixes the glitches. And then you get badges. There you go. And there's a reflection. Which value did you enjoy most, and blah blah. So these are ideas on how we can use AI. It's still writing the code to help with our task. Now, my thoughts are mixed.
Let's review this tool.
Because I think education needs to change. We need to change the way we approach teaching and learning. I don't know which way we're going to go, but this guy here, who's an excellent YouTuber, by the way, produces videos about academic tools. And here he describes a procedure that you can use to write a very thorough literature review in 15 minutes. So it looks like even the papers will be written by AI in the future. So I'm wondering, and the reviews can be done with, here's the new game. So I'm wondering, what are we focusing on? There's two things. One is the process, where we need to teach the students how to think and everything. And the other is the outcome. I was talking to doctors, and the doctor said, I don't care about the process as long as you can produce the treatment and save the patient. So these are things to think about. I'm done with my little presentation. This is the new tool that it created. I'm not sure it works. Doesn't look like it's working. Begin your journey. Well, it's different than the other one. The same prompt, different. Have you had enough, or shall I play this as well?
So just remind us, which tool did you use to produce that one? What is this tool?
There's plenty of tools. This one is a.
That's Trinker, is it? That one?
Trinker is the professional one.
Oh, okay.
You
Right.
need to pay for this one. This one is Paul. But let me just put the links into the chat in the order that I presented it. You can play with them at your own pace and decide which ones you like and whether you want to spend time. Right. Shall I stop sharing, or? This is the new game that I created. It's strange.
You have to do a session where you actually make us do this with you.
Well,
It'll be so much exciting, so exciting.
it just see how big the change is. The thing that you did and took you 3 years, we could have done it in a month with these tools, perhaps. Perhaps.
Well,
yes, Margarita, we need a workshop.
This is really good. Excellent choice. Gives you scenarios, you reply. And of course, you can produce avatars. You can do all sorts of things. Videos with the whole courses with AI and cartoons and stuff. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. I'll put the links into.
well, yes, I have to say that was pretty impressive.
I'm glad you liked it.
You went very fast.
Yeah,
And I'd like an hour session, sort of going through that slowly